Hello, this is Kosmo and we continue our RenPy lessons. And today we will learn how to let the player enter character's name or any other value that you need. And let's start with making a special variable that will contain character's name. So we write default. Let's name this variable iname equals, let's put two quotes here, so it's empty for now. And here, where we define our character Imani, we put square brackets, and in square brackets we write the name of the value. It's iname. And of course we must change the character's name in the story. So here we see Imani many times. We press Ctrl H and we replace Imani with square brackets, iname, closing square brackets, and we replace character with iname. So we have this variable, and now we must let the player to enter the character's name into this variable. And let's do this here at the beginning of the game. We write $, this variable iname equals, and here is the special command renpy.input, and in parentheses, in quotes, we ask the player to write the character's name. Let's just ask, what is your name? What is your name? Let's see how it will look in the game. We start the game, and here it is. What is your name? We can write, instead of Imani, just Bob. So now when we continue our game, then Bob works in a store. This is Bob. She's very lucky to have a job and a home, and throughout the game her name will be Bob. But there might be some problem. Let's start the game again, and let's try this one. We write space Imani, and let's add a few more spaces. Okay, and if we continue our game, then look at this. We get some mess because we add these spaces to the character's name, and in the whole game her name will look like this with many spaces, and we don't like this. So to fix this, at the end of this line we add dot strip and parentheses. And what strip does, it does exactly what we need. It removes spaces at the beginning and at the end of the variable. And if we try to do this again, we start the game, space Imani, space, enter, and here it is. It looks completely normal. But what if our player is still quite insane? What if our player decides to name the character Imani that works in a store and eats broccoli every day? And every time we see the character's name, we will see this Imani that works in a store and eats broccoli every day, works in a store. And Imani that works in a store and eats broccoli every day flirtingly complimented the stranger. So you see the problem, that every time we address the character we see this insane line, and we can just limit how many characters, how many letters can player add in the character's name. And to do so, here inside input command we put comma after the question and add additional parameters. And the parameter we need is length. we write length equals like, I don't know, 15. So this is the maximum length of character's name. So let's try if it works. What is your name? Imani. That works. And that's it. I tried to type more letters, but I can't. So this is much better than it was before. But there might be another problem, because the player can write Imani 5698 plus, I don't know, question mark, 2, I don't know, minus. And if we do so, then yeah, this is our character's name, Imani 5698 plus. I can't even read this. But this will be her name till the end of the game, and we don't like this. We don't want this. So to fix this, we can limit what characters, what letters can player use in this input. And we put another comma, and add another parameter. It is allow equals, and in parentheses we write what characters can player use. For instance, if we ask the player to enter some code that is like 4 numbers, we can just write 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and the player will be able to enter only these numbers. And the easiest way to limit what letters the player can enter, just type all letters. That's it. It will take you like 15 seconds. That doesn't look very nice, but it works, so why not? And I left a minus sign because some names are like double names, like John, Josh, Billy Bob. I don't know, but there are names that are double, so I left this. And now if we try to enter anything except letters, let's try Imani, and I can't write any numbers, but I can add many minus signs, but I will not add any more conditions and any more checks. But well, you can actually check if there are many minus signs in the name, but this I will leave this to you. But some players just don't like this. They don't want to think, wow, what is their character's name? I don't know. And for those players, we can write default equals, and in parentheses we write the default character's name. It's Imani. So now when we are asked to enter the name, there is a default name Imani. So if player just doesn't care, he will just press enter and her name will be Imani. But there might be another problem, because there are a lot of crazy people out there, and some crazy people can just remove the default name and leave this empty and press enter, and what will happen? Someone works in a store. She's very lucky. She's very lucky, but who is she? I don't know, because someone flirtingly complimented the stranger, but she doesn't have a name, and she will not have a name till the rest of the game. And no one said that he needs money to get it. And you see the problem. And to fix this problem, after the RenPy input line, we can add conditions, and we can check if, you know what if is, iname equals to, and we put 2 parentheses one after another, and that means it's an empty line. And I think you remember that when we check if something equals something, we must put two equals signs. And if the player left the character's name empty, then we put $, I name, and we put imani inside this variable. So remember, when we check if the variable equals something, we use two equal signs, and if we use one equal sign, then this value will be inserted inside this variable. And now this will be much better. If crazy player removes the name, the character will still be named Imani. Yeah. And of course you can use this condition to like add some Easter eggs in the game, like at some point in the game you can choose if player named his character like Mario, then like he meets Princess Peach or someone, you can check the name of the character and do something fun with it. So that's how you can add simple Easter egg. Well, I think that's all for today. We have character name input, we have some conditions, and we check if it's empty. I think it's pretty okay for 2 lines of code. Well, that's all for today. That was Kosmo Cat, and till the next time.